Yeah, go for it.
Yes, it's going.
What are you showing her?
It's going.
That's Jack's eye.
I think it's
So
very
you can
cute.
see something in his eyeball.
What is it?
Well, you have to tell me what you see.
Okay, it's going.
Okay, we're going.
We're going.
TV? Or something? What is that?
We put up on
Right
film.
down there.
I don't
Right
know.
down
It's
there.
mystical.
Okay, what about this
Probably
book?
me taking a picture of his eyeball.
What about this? What about this book?
I
Okay.
loved
Right
this
here.
book. I loved it
Here.
better the second
there's like
time I
a
read it
TV
than the
up there
first
in
time I
the
read
front.
it.
Yeah,
No,
it
the
was
TV
pretty
is
dense.
Cool.
It
But
was.
I think there was a lot I
squeaky
didn't.
thing
I didn't get. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not sure what she was. I'm not sure what she was. What was
My
the
mom
theme
had
she
a
was trying to
thorn in
convey,
her iris.
or was there just one theme? I couldn't really sort it
I
out.
watched an interview with her
Thinking,
on
really?
YouTube,
thorn right in her
and
eye.
she said she
Got it
she
taken
felt like
out
she was
and
talking
never
about
even affected her
space,
sight.
Hey.
about
The eye
how
repair is
language
good, I think.
creates space, and about how Stephanie created space, and then when she crossed to the other side, it was the opposite. She was reducing space. And about how language creates space. She had a really, this woman seems really, really smart, and how language creates space. And how, one thing that I remember her saying is that when she writes books, she said she expects the reader to participate. And I think we're all
Oh,
realizing that. You
Participate.
left.
You mean to think?
could- yes,
just went.
yes.
That's
She
participate.
was listening.
I went to bed.
To wonder.
Gave up on us. Okay.
Yeah,
She'll
to
call us back.
Yeah, if she wants to be part of it, she'll call us.
yeah, she doesn't want the reader to just skim through the book. She wants
Yeah, you had to pay
them
attention.
to
There's no way you could skim this book.
know, and how every sentence refers to the sentence before it, and then propels it into the next sentence. And she had a very interesting philosophy of writing that I mean,
Right.
this was, I think this is one of the saddest books I've ever read.
Yeah, it did not end on a high note. I didn't think.
Well, in a way it did, because Annie found her daughter, and
In space?
yes, and
Oh, I didn't realize she found her daughter.
But they parted.
but she found her and she was fine, you know.
Was she in one of those apartments? Where'd
she
she find her?
In one of
she
the transport
was she
places.
was the one who was taking her application for a mortgage.
Yeah.
She interviewed her.
Yeah,
Yeah, Rosie.
Rose.
Rose.
It's the daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And at the end, she says, "Take care of my daughter."
Oh, yeah.
To herself.
Annie was a sad character.
Oh,
Annie Rose might have a chance, but she's going to have intergenerational trauma.
Oh, God.
I just
I-
like to use
I
that
don't-
whenever I can.
I don't think so.
Interstellar.
I think
Interstellar trauma.
I think Rose is going to be just fine, but
How can she be?
She had a very
With
good
a mom
relationship.
like her
She had a
dad?
very good relationship with her girlfriend at the
and
end
her
there.
father.
Hi.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
And
I got disconnected.
But she was
Did we
raised.
lose you?
It's all about
Okay.
till you're 3.
We'll
and then
try
you
this.
spend the
We're-
rest of your life.
Yeah, point more toward Jan.
well,
I like
she
looking.
Mm-hmm.
she I mean she
There we
she,
go.
she
Hi,
had a,
Julie.
she had a great
Get
dad.
some water, honey.
And
Oh, no. Wait a minute. Okay. Point
She
your
likes
Jason.
to Jan.
Hi, Julie.
Hi, Jason.
and she talked about how Stephanie at the,
We're gonna pass you around.
and I think what a lot of people don't know is that the first part of the story where Annie and Edward and Stephanie have this relationship where they're, you know, they invite Stephanie over and she opens the closet door and there's this
They
wonderful
don't
terrace.
like her in the end.
And they keep inviting her over because the only time the terrace appears is when she's
How
there.
did they
So
get one?
they keep inviting
I
her
gave it
over.
for you.
And then Stephanie does this unforgivable thing at the end of the first part. I mean,
having
it
an
is
affair
absolutely
with the husband.
terrible.
What?
She like
She
locks
shuts the
him out.
door.
Yeah.
She shuts the door, and
But
she
she also has an affair with the husband.
no, she doesn't. They toy with it, but they don't do it. She shuts the door. Annie's on one side, and she and Edward and Rose are on the other side. And you think of Stephanie as being this horrible person,
Yeah.
and
She
then
was
you
used.
read. What was the name of Stephanie's part?
Fortress.
Fortress.
Her,
And then
her-
you read, and
yeah.
you find out about her childhood and her life, and how she
Stephanie's?
has this power,
Mhm.
and her parents totally,
Disregarded.
yes, they're afraid of her. They shut her out,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
and so and the author talked about how you only see a little bit of people's lives, and you judge them without knowing anything else about
Yeah,
them.
you don't. You're right. Yeah.
So we learn a lot about ourselves and how we judge people.
Yeah. We do. Yeah.
Well,
definitely.
where
I
did they
judged them
where
all.
did they exist? I mean,
New Jersey.
New Jersey. New
I
Jersey.
mean, okay, those rooms didn't exist until Stephanie was around, right?
The Terrace
where were
didn't.
they? The Terrace,
The Terrace did not.
but they were not.
I mean, I think the
Kind of-
Terrace was the only, correct me here, but I think the Terrace is the only place that she actually created. Everything else she expanded.
Yeah, Stephanie had to consciously create the terrace for these people, right?
I think so.
Yeah, she did it on purpose. Maybe to help them at first.
But it wasn't
there
just
was
a
a
terrace.
selfishness about it too.
Well, yeah.
But the terrace was just a doorway to an entire world.
Yes, the terrace
So-
was on, and in the fortress, she talks about this side and the other side,
Mm-hmm.
and this side is the side where the terrace is shut off, and the other side is where Annie is.
Mm-hmm.
But I couldn't decide why did she create that other world? Was it because of some sort of trauma in her family? I mean, I
think
I wasn't
so.
really
Yeah.
sure why.
Generational trauma.
What drove her to create an entire world that she could live in?
I think she was unhappy. I think
It's
she was,
always
I think she-
generational trauma.
I think she was lonely.
Yes, it is.
I think she was cut off from her family.
Well, and it talks about loneliness at the end.
Yeah.
So maybe, no, that's kind of. So is loneliness kind of a central theme?
For
the book?
Stephanie, I think it is.
Annie
mean,
was
she-
lonely too.
Well, we don't see Annie after the first
Right.
until the last. We don't see Annie after the first chapter until the last chapter. So I mean, Stephanie. To me, Stephanie's life was just one miserable experience after another. With the boyfriend, or if you want to call him that, what was his name?
Will.
Will.
Yeah, I think it was Will.
Who just basically used her.
But also, I mean, again, correct me here, but didn't she start using her powers in her crib with the mobile and things like that?
Yes.
That's when her parent. So in terms of why she had this power, and in terms of her motivation, as a child, she wasn't unloved then. She wasn't
She
abandoned.
might have been.
She had.
She might have been. She might have spent a lot of time in her crib.
No, they didn't. They didn't alienate her until they discovered her power.
Well, until they discovered partly her power, but that her sister was
You still there?
killed.
Yes.
I think it's
Her
going off
sister was killed.
automatically, Jim.
Her sister was
Yeah.
killed.
Time's out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
How
it was
does
kind of
this-
interesting. They were talking about housing prices. I mean, affordability. Affordability. I mean, I thought that was kind of strange that she would bring that in. I mean,
When was this?
I can't imagine her
When was it written?
how she started this. I mean, the construct is phenomenal.
More.
I mean, she moves from kind of like a a thing that we all, I mean, like our lives, a reality into this, well, fantasy. I told Pam, I said, this kind of an interest quasi science fiction. She goes, no, that's fantasy. And so I thought it was
Yeah.
kind of an interesting,
Yeah, I think it is more fantasy.
as fantasy, it still had, I mean, it wasn't a complete fantastical construct. It still had some reality. If it was a fantasy, it still had reality. The kinds of things
Yeah.
like
2023.
affordability, kind of,
Hilary Leichter. How
and
do
the
you
connections
say her last
between
name?
people. I mean,
Leichter.
I'm not really sure. I don't like fantasy, but I thought
I
this
don't
was-
either.
I thought this was a phenomenal book.
I don't
really was.
either. I don't like fantasy, but I really like this
This
book.
was more science fiction.
Yeah.
Almost.
Almost or magical
Well,
realism or something.
it was kind of. I mean, Pam likes
It
fantasy.
was
and
also depressing.
she liked this book.
Well, I
Was
mean,
there any enlightening thing that happened? Anything that you could learn from or like feel good about in
Yes.
this book?
Yes.
Oh, thank God.
The metaphor or story of the king and queen at the Folly in that second story,
Oh yeah, yeah.
where the peasant was put in charge of the well, and then he would start having relationships.
Folly, you mean?
Yeah.
The folly?
And then he got fired, so to speak. But at the end of that metaphor story that kept coming up, and it finally ended, the king went to visit the peasant, who by that time had had 4 children, was married happily, and the peasant said, "Well, you know, you're the queen who had been visiting all the caretakers of the well
The hermit?
sexually. Here's what you should do: you should make the queen the keeper of the well,
hermit.
and you can go visit the well." And that was the end of that story.
Oh.
And the king did, and lived happily ever after.
Oh, I have to read that part again.
Oh, yeah.
It was in the second part.
Yeah, okay.
They go out
Yeah,
to
second part.
this funeral.
Yeah, which is also another interesting story. Jan was,
Yeah, I kind of misread that. When I read it even the second time, this couple goes to this funeral
Yeah.
at this mansion,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
and they're totally ignored, at least she is.
And they wander.
Nobody talks to them. They don't know whose funeral it is.
Yeah.
She can't remember. And I had decided that it was their funeral.
Oh.
But then John pointed out that she said she was pregnant. And so we know that she's pregnant with
Annie.
Annie.
yeah, because it's Annie's parents.
And so she can't be dead. So I'm not sure what's going on in that.
That was a
scene.
weird one.
Yeah, and the
They
only
wander around.
the only clue you have is that in this reception, where they go to this house off the road somewhere, they notice a missing piece out of the 12-piece glass set or something. There's a
Yes.
glass missing.
Yes.
And then later on, when they went back to this place, after they got back together again, you know, so-and-so died and whatever, they went back and they talked about how her glass set had always had a missing glass in it. So there's just some sort of,
Everybody's does.
so that could be, but it was an obvious mention, another obvious mention to connect, and I couldn't figure out what the connection was, but there's something going on there that was interesting.
I think Jan's right. I'm going to have to read this again.
Do you know much
You
Because
do?
about
I
the
just
author?
missed too much.
Yeah.
Do you know much
did
about
too.
the author?
Only this interview that I watched.
Has anybody read her first book?
What's it called?
Illusion.
Temporary.
Temporary.
And I tried to read that because I like this so much, and I didn't like it at all.
I wonder how long it took her to write this book, because it's hard for me to wrap my head around this continuum.
Yeah.
I mean, the storyline. I just
Well, they were short stories, weren't they, to begin with?
The first part was. The first part with Annie and Edward and Stephanie and inviting her over and she opened
She
the
wrote
closet.
for the
That was a short.
magazine.
I think the end of the story was she shuts the door, and I can't imagine being stuck with that short story. I mean, you do think of Stephanie as this horrible, evil person.
Well, it was. I thought it was particularly
Yeah, you do.
bad
Well,
when she hid out in the
myself-
closet and she could hear the voices on the. She thought she heard the voices.
Uh-huh.
I was mad at Annie
For what?
for letting Stephanie affect her that way. I
Oh,
was
well.
like, Annie was not very strong. She depended, and she kept inviting her, even though she didn't even like her, and she knew that her husband was going to have an affair. She still invited her because she needed the terrace.
Yeah, well, there was some.
So Annie was the person I didn't like in that story. She was very weak.
Well, she got her
And
comeuppance.
And
Yeah.
but she had Rosie. And I think I might have liked Rosie more.
I don't know. I didn't like the husband. I thought he was.
Yeah,
I thought he was
No.
passive aggressive about
Yeah,
that.
he
And
kind of was.
as a short story,
yeah.
Not too many men in this book that you would like.
Oh,
you
There
would
aren't.
feel good about.
there aren't. They're all
Although he's the one who told Stephanie, I can't do this.
right.
They never consummated any kind of relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So that's good.
What was the significance of the baby and the railing, and her rushing to save the baby? I mean, that in the first chapter, Stephanie kept
Yeah.
playing.
Her sister?
The baby was going to be
There was-
thrown over the rail.
She kept.
Oh, she kept like.
She'd hold it up over the rail, or she'd
yeah.
hold it next to the rail.
Yeah,
She'd have to rush and say.
yeah.
And I wasn't sure what that had to do.
It's a
with the
Michael
story.
Jackson thing.
Oh God.
I mean, it is. There,
Could
I
be.
mean, it is that anxiety that probably everyone feels with their firstborn, in the baby state, so to speak.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't get the feeling that Stephanie was holding her over the abyss. I just felt like she was.
Anxious about
You know.
whatever.
No, I felt anxious
Just
about
showed-
the baby.
Yeah, showed sensitivity. I guess.
Yeah.
I felt like someone was going to throw the baby over.
But I mean, maybe. I mean, I remember, with Jessie when she was, 6 to 18 months. Is like you're extremely nervous and anxious and.
The right and wrong things
They're
to
all-
do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
well,
Can you hold them up like this? Can you throw them up?
Oh God.
Is throwing up wrong nowadays?
Yeah.
No, they still do it.
It's just a little throw up.
What I got from the interview with the author was that this movie was all about space, all about creating space. It ended up in space,
Right.
Lots of space.
and that getting to know the inner lives of people makes space. Language makes space.
That's nice.
It's all about.
So is it a good thing or a cautionary tale?
Well, she needed space, increasingly so, partly to fit in, partly to help her feel at ease. She was confined, metaphorically.
Would you like a lot of space, or do you want not very much space?
You say she.
I think space is wonderful.
Stephanie, yeah.
Stephanie.
Yeah, I gotta have.
It's like the
Stephanie's by far the
universe.
main character.
I gotta
Oh,
have
yeah.
space.
We
Yeah.
think so, yeah.
Yeah, she is.
So I like that it created space. I never felt that. I felt claustrophobic. And probably because I was stuck in the first chapter.
Yeah.
And that closet and that small apartment, I could never get over that.
What is kind of interesting.
I didn't realize they were building space for me, or else I might have enjoyed the rest of the book. The first part just made me so anxious that I could not enjoy any more of that book. I did not enjoy very much of that book.
It sort of took me down a
It made
path
me
that I
nervous.
didn't understand.
Yeah.
I've kind of thought, oh.
I didn't
I
understand
remember
it, that's why.
reading it the first night, and I thought, oh, this is going to go fast. I'm already to the end of the first chapter, and I was like, this could be interesting.
Yeah.
but then the next chapter opened up at such a completely different.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're in a different
Yeah.
place, different time.
Different
But it's like,
space.
okay, now
So
how
was
are
it
they
an
gonna end up-
allegory? In-
I don't know.
I think the Queen
But
King
maybe
thing
the
is an
second
allegory.
time around, I mean, I didn't like planes, trains, and automobiles the first time, but I loved it the second time.
And then, with Stephanie, she was needing all this space, and she was kind of, making it through life until she meets Will, and Will wants to capitalize. Well, wants to do teenage things to embarrass her, and then later capitalize, monetarily.
This is Joey throwing his daughter up. That's Gwenny. And this is what Dan did to it. He photoshopped it. And look.
It's gone.
Wait, it's gone. Put it back.
What'd you do?
It's so
Okay.
darling.
Yeah, it says here's
I mean,
here's the
because
actual
really,
photo.
as a
and
parent,
here's
you're like,
Dan
how high can I
photoshopped
throw them
all the
and
way
it
up.
still be
And
within
then look,
And
see,
you catch it.
Yeah.
he photoshopped
within
her.
the norm.
Yeah.
So she's
Like-
all the way up in there.
Reminds you of that scene, does it?
Well, it's just like,
Well, you're talking about throwing the babies in there.
Right.
yeah,
And when Stephanie
what's
goes,
acceptable.
when Stephanie goes to the other side, everything she does makes it smaller. Even her internal organs are in accordions and constricting, and that's what kills her.
How depressing.
So there's
Was it
some,
depressing
so there's
to
some
you?
judgment.
Was it
So
depressing?
I mean,
No, there's a lot of wonderment in the book. I
It's
think.
one-
I didn't find it depressing.
Okay.
I found
Mystery.
I thought
Good.
the ending was kind of optimistic.
oh,
Yeah.
very much so.
I mean, she
Yeah.
found her
It's very
daughter.
forward,
Mhm.
very forward
She
looking.
found her daughter. Her daughter had found someone she loves.
Annie's daughter, who's Rosie?
In fact, it almost sets her up for another book. I mean, it would.
Oh,
I mean, it was.
Ah,
There's that kind of
Yeah.
ending where you could take off.
Yeah, I didn't get
Yeah.
that feeling from her. Oh,
it's a movie.
She's a
Could
young
be a
author,
movie, yeah.
though, right? I think she
in her
is.
30s.
So she's got a career. I mean,
Yeah.
her first book was successful too.
I mean, I think the prose in the book was extremely good.
Oh, yeah.
The way that she made you see and feel characters and places and events.
And she
Very
said,
well
Yeah.
described.
she said when she's writing, every sentence has to refer to the sentence before. And that's what propels the narrative, is that every sentence refers back, which propels it forward.
So there's continuity beginning to end. I'll have to go back and reread that.
I
No, you
know,
really
me
do. You
too.
cannot. I mean, the first time you read it, it's
You're anxious because you
all
want to
like-
understand it.
Yeah.
It's
Every
good
the
stuff.
first time you read it, it's
might
like,
relax.
what's going on? I don't understand.
Yeah.
And
how is this related to?
Yeah.
But at the end, you know enough of the plot details to be able to be more free about what you're taking in. I think the first chapter doesn't change anything at all. But once you get with mostly the Stephanie, the Fortress chapters, if you would go back and reread that, that would pick your interest enough to maybe reread the other two. But I don't think you have to reread the first one. It's pretty straightforward.
Right,
Well, that's
you're-
interesting. That's interesting. So do you have to read them in sequence?
I don't think so. 'Cause
Yeah,
they're-
that's exactly
Right,
right.
because one's the grandparents, one's
Right.
the daughter, and so they're kind of separate. And this theme of, Stephanie's powers, I sort of say they stopped and ended in that one chapter, but maybe that's not true. But anyway, yeah, rereading it, if I hadn't read it,
So you read it twice
this
in
week.
this 1 month.
Is that because you both read it the first
This
time and you looked at each other and you said, "I better reread this"?
oh, I read it probably last year.
Oh.
And
And then you reread it
yeah,
this
I reread
time.
it for this.
Yeah, I read it the first week that it was
Yeah.
announced, and then I did it a second time this week actually.
Oh, getting ready to go.
Because I thought I'd just do one.
Don't you have another whole book club you have to read too?
Yeah.
So you're like jamming it in.
So
What's the other book club book? Oh, I'm sorry.
What do you kind of conclude the?
End zone. Oh,
End
Don
zone?
What's your
Don
conclusion?
DeLilio.
Oh yeah, DeLeo.
End zone.
What do you-
What? Oh,
So, is that a
Delilio.
new one?
No, it's
No,
I was
1972.
saying that old.
Oh,
1972.
You just read that?
About football.
Yeah, the end zone.
And so,
I had not heard of that.
Big
one.
football
oh,
metaphor.
you'd love it, Grayson. You should. Grayson.
Grayson.
Jason. You should read
Grayson.
it. I
He
call him
does
Grayson.
look like Grayson.
He does a little bit.
See his tooth? Is it a tooth or an eye?
Where were you November the...
Jason, of all the books that Pam would read, why do you think she read this one?
she has more time.
Because it had.
Easy. It was only this thick.
Yeah.
She has
And-
more time.
And it was, I'm guessing she either knew something about it or read the interior, and she likes fantasy.
Yeah.
And this is a
So she liked
this is
it.
a fantastical book.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, she does. She did like it, and it. I mean, I'm just blown away by the. She could not have written this book fast, particularly if she's going. Okay, this next sentence has to relate to the. I mean, I just can't imagine.
But you know, in modern literature, the big deal, other than plot-driven books, the big thing is modernistic. You know, modern, postmodern sort of literature, and one of the big themes of postmodern literature is fragmentation, and this book is fragmented. You know, you've got the grandparents. You're not quite sure what era they are. Thank God she connected them with lineage.
Yeah.
You know, but it's definitely fragmented, and don't ask me why that's a big deal in modern history.
Because our lives are fragmented.
Yeah, I think so.
It's
So
It
dense.
that's
does
part
seem
of it.
like there's
It
something
is
there.
dense, though. My gosh, what a dense
I couldn't
book.
get my arms around it. I
Yeah.
just-
So you're gonna read it again, Bill?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, well, you did after a year.
Yeah. It's a
John
lot better the
did.
second time.
John read it twice in 1 month.
Yeah, it's easier to read the second time because you don't have to worry about characters or whatever. You already know
Right.
everything is
Kind of
happening.
knew who they are. Yeah.
And,
Especially the fortress chapter.
Yeah.
I think it's the first time I read the fortress chapter, it was like, what is she talking about when she's talking about this side and that side? And I finally figured out that this side was, after she shut the door, everything was on this side. Her, Edward, Rose, and the whole schmear. And the other side was Annie and whatever, which we learned nothing about until,
The very end.
yeah,
The space
And-
until the very end.
Was Annie the wife?
Yes.
Yeah.
And keep in mind that when she's over in the Terrace world, everything that she had over Stephanie had over on the other side of the door in that world, she had all those things, except they were all different. Her sister was alive.
Yeah.
She was the one that died.
Her
was
parents had not
her
moved.
parents-
Her parents still lived in their house.
She
Oh,
met
yeah.
her.
Yeah.
She met her parents and her sister
Right.
at the end,
Yeah.
right before she
Yeah.
died.
Yeah.
Everything was still there. Will had not married Melinda, the real estate, and so she had not sold their house. I mean, so it's almost multi-verse,
It's like
Verse.
the multiverse.
Multiverse.
sort of.
Multiverse.
Mm.
Yeah.
A little bit of that
Everything's
going
You mean
on.
happening.
because she could have lived in one place or the other?
It's simultaneous,
Yeah,
going
it's
on
happening at the
simultaneously.
same time.
Everywhere, everything, all at
All
once.
this, all this
Yeah.
talk
Exactly.
about her
Yes.
sister
Exactly.
living on the other side, she was still alive, still doing things. That was really actually happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is popular with kids, multiverses
Mm-hmm.
and things like that.
We went to see a play about the multiverse. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
What play?
Oh God, I don't remember. Is that the?
Oh,
The
you
multiverse.
saw. You
Is
saw.
that you? Okay, see, yeah.
I'll have to approach it from that
I mean, it's-
viewpoint.
It's like if
I hadn't
you,
really thought
if you
about it.
get
That-
down
that
to
would
the
be a
really
strong-
nitty gritty,
I mean, I
it's
thought
like
about that
if
side,
I
this
wore a
side, but I
different
hadn't thought
sweater
about
tonight, that would be a
conceptually
different
everything everywhere all at
experience.
once.
If we drove a different car over to book club, that would be a different level in the multiverse.
Right.
If we
I mean, if you
ate,
drove the
if we
red
didn't
pickup.
have Moroccan stew for dinner, that would be a different thing. I mean,
Verse.
it's
Like a movie with 3 different endings.
yeah.
Oh,
Sliding doors.
most famous with Spider-Man in the
Wow.
multiverse. I mean,
Spider-Verse.
it's like there's so many Spider-Men,
Yeah.
you know, now.
Is it like sliding doors?
Yeah.
Well,
If only this would have been, then that would have been.
yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, yeah.
Which truly is about life. I mean, you pick door number 1, door number 2, and
Yeah.
number 3. Everybody goes, well,
Yeah.
that's not really life, but it is, because we all make choices.
Yeah, and if
you're-
I
and you're-
chose this
every choice
instead of
lead,
that,
yeah.
then my life would have been totally different.
And our lives are
Are
some
we
of
done?
Discussions.
a
We're there,
simple,
but I wanted to ask
We
one
went
more
over
congregation of
question.
didn't we?
choices.
Or did
I was like,
Half hour?
I was like going, okay, now, I wasn't making. I mean, I did know there were two sides. I did get that, but then I was like always trying to figure out how many dimensions we were working in, you know. And so I thought I'd really captured it when I highlighted this. This was sort of like that, but shinier. The metallic gleam of space, the construction shift drifted in an angle that made the woman dizzy. And I was going, this is an outer space book.
Yeah.
There is that dimension too.
Yeah, yeah,
And there was that dimension?
yeah,
They lived on both sides of the doors and they lived in space
yeah. In the last chapter,
in the last chapter.
they were mortgaging.
Because it was affordability. It's all about affordability.
Yeah, and something had happened to where Earth was not.
Yeah,
a
Earth
place
was
to
not
be living.
inhabitable anymore.
There wasn't
so
enough
people-
space on Earth.
So people were trying to buy mortgages in space.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was very abstract.
But if you think too.
But it was filling up, and so
Yeah.
they had to move on further.
It was hard to get.
Suburbs.
Yeah.
So in the end,
So
was
suburbs.
Stephanie
That's right.
a
Space
real
birds.
estate agent?
No, Stephanie was not a real estate. Stephanie was not a real estate agent.
She was a clerk, so to speak. And
Yeah.
Oh, she was a clerk at the
she's
real
a
estate.
sales. She had clients.
Yeah.
And Edward was her boss?
No,
No.
no.
What was Edward doing? I can't
I
remember.
was.
They both worked at the real estate agency.
Edward was
Oh, she was showing him the house.
no,
And they loved the house, and that's why they went back and forth.
no.
The terraces only showed up when she came by.
Yes,
When she visited.
When
but
she
she
visited.
wasn't showing him the house.
Yeah. And if you think about a central event in the book, I mean, if you think about it, it's very simple. Had she not shut the door, that was the whole book.
Mm. Yeah.
She shut the book. Had she not shut the door,
It would have been a
It
regular.
would not have been a month.
Well, I wasn't, and so when that act happened, I mean, I read it a couple times, and I wasn't really sure. So did Stephanie purposely shut the door on purpose, or she just shut the door?
No, I think she shut the door on purpose.
but it wasn't planned though.
It wasn't planned.
What's cool?
It's almost like a
But she
She
shut
spy.
it.
needs some absinthe or something.
Like you're walking out and you just automatically
From
shut the
30
door,
years ago.
or she shut it with
Seriously?
purpose.
She saw
Shut her
Annie.
purpose.
She saw, she
shut her out.
knew Annie was on the other side of the
My
door.
little
and she
shaker.
shut the door.
She
My
didn't
martini
dream
shaker
that by shutting the
is-
door,
All the rest of it would unfold.
that it would all go away on the other side. Yeah, that she could not get back in. She did not know that.
Well, I didn't really, when she shut the door, I go, well, okay, so the door's going to open back up again, and then what
Yeah.
happens?
Yeah.
And it doesn't open.
Mm-mm.
Well, they opened it, but Annie wasn't
Right.
there.
Mm.
And the closet was there when Annie opened it,
Yeah,
and she stayed there
yeah.
in the closet for weeks.
Yeah, because she could hear the voices on the
Yes.
other side.
Or she thought she could.
Exactly.
She thought
Yeah.
she could.
All right.
It's a great book. I
Might
mean,
have to
oh my
read it
God.
again. Okay, is that it?
Yep.
Yeah, but I will say one thing, not about the book, but about book club.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That when you have a good book club discussion, when you go back home and you go, damn, I got to read that again.
Might have to read that again.
Yeah, well, I got it.
Oh yeah, I think discussing books really changes your outlook on the book.
Yeah.
You know, there's been several books like that.
Well, I think you know, it's a good book when it stays with you, when you refer back to it.
Or it's so horrific.
Oh,
You
was
remember.
shipping news like that good of a book?
No, I don't refer ever to shipping news.
Just
I
once a
thought you
night
did.
every book club.
But
Yeah.
I was
What
thinking,
about lipstick she had?
no, not that one either.
I was thinking about Kitteridge.
What about the mud catcher or whatever?
But there are books that
the
I'm
sod?
I'm just
Oh,
living
yeah.
my life, and I think about that book
Olive
Marilyn
Kitteridge.
Robinson.
Oh, that's
Olive Kitteridge.
Jason hates
There's
Olive
PTSD
Kitteridge.
there. I mean, it's
Olive hates
All right.
there.
Well, we digress. So
we digress.
that was good. Thank you.
By,
By the
what was the name of the book?
Terrace story.
by Hilary Leichter.
But
Good
you
book.
do or not?
Okay.
Like